everybody? This is Kids Tribe. Today we're going to talk about like character design. Today we have like a little sheet that we worked out. Little sheet, so you know, have a little start. But my thing is, when we do character design, sometimes we see something that we really like, and we want to put that on one of our characters that we make. So it's hard for me sometimes now, like since I'm getting older. I have like 125 characters, and I always have to remember what outfit they have. Some people have alternate outfits, and sometimes it's hard to remember all these outfits. So it's always good to draw them down, and sometimes I like to just make new outfits because I don't like the old ones I drew up. That's just me. As an artist, sometimes you get tired of seeing something that looks like plain, you want to try to do something different. But the first thing of it though, you have to get an outfit down. So some people like capes. What do you like to see if you had a superhero? What would you like to have on? Like, if you had superhero clothing, what would you like to have on?
A cape with some pants and a shirt with all matching stuff.
So it'd be all matching gear, so you'd be coordinating. Yeah. Would you have a mask? You wanna have a mask?
Mask on. Get mask on.
What? You want people to see, huh? What? Would you have the exact same hairstyle you got now? What? That'll be the disguise of it? So what would you have then?
I would just have my hair either out or puffy out or in a ponytail.
It'd be kind of hard to fight them bad criminals with all the hair flying around, huh? Like Mr. Brown be all in your face with my hair. I'll be like that, you know what I mean? All that hair be like all in your face, you know what I mean? You don't want that in your face, right? All this hair on your face, you know, it's hard to do all this, you know? I'll be just like you, scratch all my hair like that, girl. I'll be like,
The key is judging you.
What would you like to have on your outfit if you had a superhero outfit? And you had to come out there and fight some super villains and stuff, and you had to have a cool outfit.
I'll have wings on the back.
Whoa. That's like X-Men, like Angel. Okay, keep going. I like this. What else?
The angel superhero.
Like an angel superhero? What else would you have on? Would you like a dress or some pants or like a mask or a spacesuit?
I would have lightning bolts.
What? Could you throw them or would they shoot out of somewhere?
Shoot out of the sky.
Oh, so it'd be kind of like Storm. See, that's kind of cool. So would you have lightning on your outfit to show that you have lightning powers and stuff? See, that's kind of cool. See, even Storm doesn't even have that. Storm just has like black and white, and then she has like a little bathing suit on with a cape and a mohawk.
Like Sonic. Yellow.
See, now she took it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, she's like me. Like I'd be like, I'm gonna put something down and it's gonna be hot. She made a whole story about hers. That'd be something I have to do later on down the road. Like I'm like you, I'm like, I'm gonna put my hairstyle on and see, you're like my friend. Like Phoenix can do something and be like, I like that outfit, but I also have a story about the outfit. You like, what? Like, yeah, I just got the story about the outfit. And that's really, really good of like character design. So what I want you guys to do right now, work on what kind of boots would you have on your character. What kind of boots would your character have on?
Flash boots.
Okay, let me see what I can do. You said flash boots? What? I'm gonna put Tim's on mine. She's gonna be a hard knock girl. Straight hard knock. Big Timberland boot. But then I have to figure a way to soften her up, so I don't know how to do that yet. So, but we're gonna get down to that part. So now she has real big feet. She got the heels on one, okay. Now you guys can draw your cape or your wings, or you don't even have to have one. A lot of my characters don't have capes, but the ones I do like a lot, they have capes. I will not front. I was one of the Spider-Man and Batman type people, but when it kills Batman had the cape, I like him a little bit more. Don't know why. It's probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, but just because he had a cape, he was a little bit cooler. Like it or like it. Ooh. You gotta remember all them little details. What? How y'all want me to run with this stuff? Okay. What if I guess put wings with the cape. So I'll make some, almost like a little mechanical wings, kind of steel looking. Then make her a little cape in the back. Just because I've never seen it before. I probably wouldn't do it to one of my characters, but hey, this probably be a good, like, super villain. I should call her Stomp Out.
That seems like a lot. You got cape and wings at the
Cape
ground.
and wings, yo. That's why I said I'd never seen it
It's like you
before.
need one or the other.
Yeah, that's what I said. I've never seen it before. That's why I said I'd probably make for a bad guy because it'll be awkward. But it seems like I do awkward stuff. People are like, you know what? That's hot. I've never seen it before. Whoa. What, you got energy things on there?
Did you add shading?
Ooh.
It looks like you started to right underneath that arm.
I'm going to put some shading under this neck right here. Because, check this out. Give it a note like this part right here. To make it look like it stands out. Go a little bit like this. Then you can put her mouth right here. So it looks like she has a little bit of shadow under the chin. See how mine look? Because I gotta fix the mouth up a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. A little bit of shadow. A little bit of shadow over here. You put the halo on too? Is she a good guy or a bad guy? I just had to say. Like one of my favorite bad guys. He has like wings. His name is Archangel. He's like in the X-Men movies. He is bad to the bone. He has like an all blue face. He has like metal wings. And he just beats up people. He don't have a purpose in the books. He's just there. Like, what do you do? Just fight. He don't have any lines or anything. He's bad as like Wolverine. Like Wolverine will give you a speech at the end of the movie after he done killed everybody and went through everybody. Like, yeah, I did this because the people didn't care about anybody else. He's like, so you get all the 2 hours of the movie. I think that's why the Hulk movies are not that good.
Because all you do is fight.
Mm-hmm.
All he do is talk, right?
You know, I think that's why I like Thor. Like, at least he talks a little bit, so females, like, anybody can watch Thor, just about. Blade was kind of like that too. So when you watch some of the other stuff, you're like, this don't even make sense. Like Avengers, like I don't understand any of them. Yeah, but what's the name? Like a headband. Uh-oh. What you got? What you got? I like that. You know what? I'm gonna make an energy fist. Just because you have these.
It's like these. It's like the pins, but like it's connected to
So it's all connected?
the Yeah.
What? I feel like I went weak on mine, but you guys got some cool stuff. Hold on, what is this? What's this? She done moved and did the backgrounds on me. If that's what I think
She
it
know the
is.
drill. She know the drill. She come from a place where she has the color in the background. You better do the background.
She even put the lightning back there. You know what it is? Or am I close to it? Or the thunder? Whoa.
Alright, so now I want you to tell the story of the Uncanny X-Men and Jack Kirby.
Well, Jack Kirby from the X-Men, well, that was like to me, it was like one of the coolest things because just getting them books were just awesome because I had to work hard to get them. My brother used to collect Conan and the Uncanny X-Men. I just couldn't say the name, but I could say Conan. Conan was easy. Uncanny, I just didn't. It was unscanting, you know. I was just shashing and a fan candy. And my mom was like, look, if you want to read these books, you have to know the words. Just like that rap music, that bibbity bop, bippity hippity hop, you gotta know the words before you can get some of the stuff in the house. So I was like, gee whiz, I just want to get the book. So the whole thing was like, she gave me a thing called a Webster dictionary. I'm looking up on Canon and it's like strange, weird, people that don't fit in. And I'm reading the book and it has like Rogue and it has like the other X-Men trying to save her because her mom and dad don't want her anymore because to her she's straight up strange. She doesn't fit in because she has powers and she has emotions, so the parents don't want her. Xavier will take her because he really cares about anybody that's different and feels out of place. And I can adapt to that book because when I was younger, I really couldn't read and I had epilepsy, so I didn't know where I fit in, but I could draw. And my brother would just let me have the books and I would just trace over the covers. And I didn't know I was learning anatomy. And then I started, like by the age of like 7 or 8, I was talking about esophagus, 6 packs and stuff like that. People were like, what? Yeah, you gotta do the shin muscle, you know, when the guy gets punched, you know, he gets punched in the esophagus, so you gotta learn how to draw the esophagus, you gotta draw the muscle. You're like, what? Like, the tendon of the body. You're like, what is a tendon? You're like, yeah. See, when I went to school later on, 35 years old, I'm catching on. I'm in school with over the 16, 17-year-old guys, and they're all younger than me. And it was different because they didn't really appreciate Jack Kirby, the king of comics. They loved the movies and stuff, but they had to understand when you're watching Black Panther, when he has them underwears on and Batman has them underwears on and they had the gloves on and outsider tights, that's Jack Kirby. He made that. When he started putting capes on characters and stuff, whoo-wee. Like, it was cool, but when he did it Eternals, that was the first time he got fired for doing Black Panther. He went to DC Comics and put a deaf female on a group. He put one that had, like he had to learn how to read sign language. So you were actually getting sign language in a book. And then they were kind of like the X-Men, but they're really different in a way because they wanted to help people, but they had money, so people didn't really dig them too much. Different type of art style. But to me, it always came back to just going to the X-Men. And anything like Jack Kirby touched, like Silver Surfer was a whole black planet. And he told, like when you read it, like first I didn't get it, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna take you off this planet. I can let your people survive, but I'm taking everything, I'm gonna take your color, or I'm gonna kill you on your planet. So he took his color, and now he's silver. When you hear the story of Jack Kirby telling him, I wanted to make a black surfer, and he could heal planets and save planets. What? Just imagine in the 60s, a black surfer in a comic book. We couldn't imagine that now because it never happened. We don't create. That's what they said, we didn't create. So my thing is, if I'm looking at these children create, all you have to do is give us a chance. Your own type of styles, techniques that you guys just put down. Just like I taught you guys a couple of years ago. What, I had you, a summer ago, 2 summers ago? And you had you for what, 3 years just about since you've been a little baby, knocking out stuff? Yeah. Some good stuff.
Ladies, do you have anything that you would like to add?
What did you do?
This is nice.
Y'all put some detail on y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't put that much detail on mine. Y'all make mine look bad.
Very good. Mr. Brown, do you have any final words? Oh, wait, before you have any final words, before you alright, so we did the Uncanny, the Jack Kirby, we said, can you add in the piece about how Jack Kirby went to Malcolm X's wife
Oh yeah.
and asked him, yeah, 'cause let me, when I tell you, it was good, like, it was good.
It's a hot story. I mean, as the legend goes on, there's even pictures. If you go on the internet, there's the story his wife and son tell about Jack Kirby, that after Malcolm X's murder, the Black Panthers went against one of these guys called Ronald Reagan. He wasn't the president yet, but he will be president if he can pass a thing called Stand Your Ground law. So Jack Kirby was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see this guy and see what these Black Panthers are about. These Black Panthers are for everybody, it seems like. And it seems like when Jack Kirby went out there, he wanted to make a group of Black Panthers, but at the time, Huey Newton just got out of jail and stuff, and they're doing their job. Everybody's doing their job. And my man was like, yeah, we gotta get a message out. We have cartoons that are in the newspapers, but the government has one too that's making us look bad. So we need something that kids could look at us and love us. But we need plural. We didn't want to run America. We never wanted to take over America. We want to have Africa and give us the technology that we deserve. So when Jack Kirby is like talking to this man, Jack Kirby goes, okay, we'll make it plural. I'll draw that one Black Panther guy, I'll give you a character design, and see if you guys like it or not. He comes back, probably 45 minutes later, because Jack Kirby was just like that when he was drawing. They did it. Yes, you're showing a scheme. Yeah, it's good, it's good. He gets working with Stan, and next thing you know, Stan is like, nothing.
Stan Lee, everybody.
Stan Lee, Jim Shooter, they're looking at this like, nah. And it's like, but this is a great idea. So they go change it. So you go look at the original designs, you see these pencil marks. They shaded the legs in, they did the arms in, and they just didn't want to show his black skin. As they would show Namor, that superhero. And the thing was, I didn't understand, because later on I just thought that Black Panther just had a black suit on. Mm-hmm. But then you look at these other pictures of Jack Kirby, and you're seeing these pictures of Jack Kirby's Black Panther, and you're seeing these you're not seeing white lines, you're seeing like these blue lines on his gloves, and you're seeing them on his feet. It's because he wanted to show blackness. Mm-hmm. At this time in the 60s, if you put a black fist up, you were showing blackness, and if you were down with the Black Panthers, you were showing blackness. He wanted to show it, and when he showed it and stood for his rights, he was right downstairs with the rest of us drawing. He's what other people drawing that made later on made Woody Woodpecker and stuff like that. A couple guys made like Luke Cage. It just crushed a lot of people. Like to see, if you hear the real stories, like you don't. It wasn't Stan Lee that did the change. It was Kirby. Stan Lee gets a lot of credit for nothing. Because if you look at the records, if you didn't hire anybody at your establishment, you must have something against us. So to me, Jack Kirby always wanted to work with everybody, and you could see it by the way he worked. You can see his characters: Latino, gay, straight, Muslim, Christian, black, white. He did it all. And if he wasn't allowed to, he had to go make them aliens and make them green. They'd be like, oh no, he's too powerful, make him green. So that's why I said, some great artists out there. Neil Adams is another one. Neil Adams, look him up. He just dropped a documentary thing, and he talked about they gave him less jobs because he was doing black characters. He was putting black characters. He even helped out putting a black Batman in the Batman books. And they said, oh no, can't have that. So they put that 2 pages, and then I think it took almost 15 to 16 years, they revamped it and came up with a new thing, and they came up with a black Batman. Because Morgan Freeman played the father in the Batman movie with Christian Bale. So people were like, who's this black guy? He makes all the weapons. Who's this black guy? He worked with Bruce Wayne, and he made all his weapons. Mm-hmm. And then when he got to his son, he's making his weapons. And then when you figured out Lucius has a son, well, he's in Africa. He's fighting the guerrillas over there. They're kidnapping children. But since it's coming out a different view, they did probably like 8 runs of the book and canceled the book. Because there was a thing going on in Congo, and they said it was getting too close to what we were doing. And my thing was, it just could have just hired a black writer and a black artist. It's just like when you watch Watchmen, the TV show, they show Black Wall Street, but the way they canceled the show because the white guy, not to be ignorant, the white guy can't tell our culture. He couldn't take the backlash. He said the criticism and backlash that he got for putting that part of history that's not in any history books. He said, just learning from his friends and going to a black school, he learns it from a black professor, and he said that's the only reason he put it in the Watchmen. And people were like, yo, you brought some dirt that ain't supposed to be brung up. And how can you have a show on TV that does better than any other TV show? Even your King of Thrones, it has over 2 more million viewers than that, and it shuts HBO down because it has that many views. Because black people knew about it, But now, there's a whole different race that didn't know about this.
Mm-hmm.
And he made it likable. You have Don Johnson there, and they're like, oh my God, I guess I like it. They're actually digging this story. Like, this is incredible. Like, and the thing was, you got to see something that made people go out there and march. If they did not see Watchmen, you would not see white people out there marching. And that's from a comic book point of view. Because our history books will not teach that. I knew it. I got kicked out of Christiana High School, Newark High School, and Glasgow. Because I always brought up Black Wall Street and said that's almost the exact same thing as what they did in Germany. But since it happened to us, they wrote us off. Other people, they have a day and they feel sorry for us.
What, Chernobyl?
Just when it comes down to Germany doing stuff to the Jewish, they
Oh,
I mean, they had the Holocaust, but where's our Holocaust Day?
it
just-
was Juneteenth. It
Yeah,
just 2020.
I'm 49 years old, and every time I said something, you can watch Black as A and F. The dad brings up to the daughter. Everybody in the house goes, "Oh my God, Daddy's bringing this day up that nobody knows about." But when that thing came out, a Black Wall Street, when you guys go in here, coming in here, you guys come inside this Boys and Girls Club, you see all the books up there? You know why you got them up there? Miss Carmen seen a part of that Watchmen. She had to put your history up there. Alright? Because you guys are really, really creative. You know what I mean? The first millionaire in America is a black woman. Do you know this? Huh? So that means she's creative, right? So it doesn't matter what you do. Stay creative. Stay creative.
My superhero name is the Beta Baby,
Mm-hmm.
and she is a really good superhero. She can catch anybody as fast as she can.
Can we see her one more time? Like, I'm definitely getting Xena Warrior Princess vibes.
Yeah, it's like a big baby. What?
Big baby, big baby, big.
So she runs real fast? Is she faster than a car?
Yes.
Whoa. And she's a baby girl?
No.
No, is that you say big?
I'm trying to hide. I don't know.
She's she is 25.
What? That's a good age. See? It's a good age to be a superhero, because then you know a little bit. I like that.
Do you have a reminder for our friends? No? Okay, that's fine. Miss Linda, it's your go.
Mine is named Angel of Light.
Mm.
She has a dog named Flash. She has angel wings and a halo, and she has powers and abilities. Her first power is that she can make a storm of lightning strike on anyone who's trying to run away from her. And her ability is that she can dodge anything that someone tries to throw at her.
And do you have a reminder for our friends?
Heal leader and not follow.
Ooh, hold on, say that one more time.
Heal leader and not follow.
That's a really good reminder, guys. Great job today. Beautiful artwork. Can we say peace out to our friends?
Peace out, everybody. And if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Anything.